Hello and welcome back to Inevitable XS. So since last time I buffed us all up after we had a nice rest here in this little house, and we're going to leave and, well, try to figure out what the last symbol we need is. So the last symbol, we're guessing, just trying to orientate myself, I'm guessing is over here, right? Nope, this is the wrong way. Over here. Turns out when everything looks like squares, it's quite difficult to tell which direction you are from a first glance. Right, let's head up this way and try and figure out how this one works, because I suspect that the last thing that we need is going to be behind this thing. Now, we have three things over here in the corner, which I believe are A, B, and C. Okay. Well, there are only three things. Let's assume we have to press them in an order to make this work, right? Well, let's try A, B, C. Why not? Never mind. So you have to put in working things in here to get it to... Okay. Interesting, to get that to work. So that is a later puzzle then. So we're missing something. Ooh, is there something over here? There is! Aha! Once again, it turns out that my... failure was a failure to see. There we go. So another thing to pull, and then there's number 3. Okay, cool, and this will activate that, I'm guessing. Okay, new platform. Activated this. Okay, click on it. Where are we? I'm completely lost. Okay. We are back at the start? Yeah, back at the start. Was this where the thing was dropped down? Yeah, so that got dropped down there. We don't care about that right now, because now we should have all of our numbers, of which I was told I may have been getting them wrong, but that's okay. As long as I know, you know, the symbol, I should be fine. Oh no, don't click on that, don't click on that. We do this. We should now have all of our numbers in order to open this thing, because it seems very obvious that these numbers should link up to that thing. It just seems like that's the way things should be. And they'll probably be in the order that you interacted with them. That would be my guess. What do you mean target is invalid? I guess we can't see it properly. There we go. Cool. So... the first one is over here. Wait, no, that's the last one. First one is here. So, we're looking at 9. Followed by... Once it lets us get over here. 9, 6. So let's just enter those two in while we're here. Oh, you go the other way. Yeah, I forgot it's up for increased number. 9. Followed by 6. We know this one's 3. So what was the number in between? It was a higher number, wasn't it? So this one was over this way behind the clock. 12. Okay. So this one is going to be 12. So, click, I suppose we can click this way. It'll be about the same either way from 6, won't it? Yeah. 12. So then I can save and click this lever. Okay. Well, something's not right here. So that's 3. 3. 12. 9. 6. So 3, 12, 9, 6. Wait a second, they're clock. These are things on a clock. Yeah. Okay, so maybe they come in the order that you would find them on a clock, going clockwise. Maybe that's what this thing was meant to tell us. Like maybe that's what this part of the clue is meant to say. It's meant to say, hey, these are your numbers. So it's going to be 12, 3, 6, 9. 12, 3, 6, 9. That seems reasonable, right? There's some logic behind that. Okay. So, 12, 3, 6, and then 9. That seems very logical. And then we'll go this way for 9. Even though I think it's the same distance either way. Just does absolutely nothing, huh? So that's 12, 3, 6, 9. I mean, the other option is 3, 6, 9, 12. If we're assuming that 12 is last. Okay. I think we have all the parts to this puzzle, so it's just working out which bit of logic you would like me to follow. 12, 6. So it's 12, 6, 9... sorry, 3, 6, 9, 12. Just does absolutely nothing. Okay. Well, that's a little disappointing. So, I'm just trying to look at this one, see if we get any other clues from it. I don't think there are any other clues. We did find a clock mechanism, didn't we? Yeah, maybe we should try using that. Maybe it's going to do something to... Maybe that will make something appear on the clock, and then that'll tell us the order. You know, that could be true. I could believe it. That's something that you could put in a puzzle. Yeah, so we're missing... Yeah, so... Did we not find a clock mechanism? I thought we did. Newest to oldest key items. Art of one mechanism, rusty key. Yeah, maybe I thought this was a clock, but maybe it isn't. Okay, so nothing goes in there from that one. I guess we have to assume we don't have all the parts for this puzzle yet. I mean, we could brute force it. It is only 4 numbers. And so there's a, you know, finite number of orders that they can go in. You know what? You convinced me. We can brute force it. There's a finite number of correct answers. So, we've done... We'll start with 3 as the first one. So we've done 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, everybody get out of the way. This is a one-person job. So let's, instead of that, go... let's... Actually, no. Let's start from 3, 6. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12. So let's try 3, 6, 12, 9 as the next one. Okay, 12, 9. I'm assuming that this even activates it. It would be really funny if it just wasn't on. So that's 3, 6, 12, 9. Which means that that's every combination that we can have up to that point. So... the next thing we need to do is change this to 9. So we change that to 9. Change this down to 6. There we go, down to 6, and we change this one up to 12. Okay. 3, 9, 6, 12. Does pretty much nothing. Okay. 3, 9, 6, 12, so the next one after this is 3, 12... sorry, 3, 9, 12, 6. Okay. Oh, missed it. 3, 9, 12, 6. Okay, so now we move this one up to 12. We try every combination of 3, 12. So that is going to be, yep, 3, 12, 6, 9. Okay. And then 3, 12, 6, 9. I did it the wrong way. Yeah, I said it the wrong way around the previous time. Oh, missed it. There we go. So that's wrong. So we can make an... Wait, did I change the lighting? No. Okay. So we can make an assumption that it doesn't start with 3. Okay. Because we've tried every combination of 3. Wait, have we? Yes, we have. Don't second guess yourself.
March on.
Right. So this one will move to 3 just for just now, so we'll start with 6, 12. 6, 12, 3, 9. Absolutely nothing. Okay. Wait, where are we going? So I'm going up to 9 with this one. So now we're trying 6, 12, and 9, 3. There we go. Cycle through this one a little bit. Try it. Nope. Absolutely nothing coming from that one. Okay. So we tried all of them. So now we move this one up to 3. So we're going to try 6, 3, 9. Let's go 6, 3, 9, 12. Absolutely nothing. Okay, 6, 3, 9, 12, nothing. So 6, 3, 12, 9. Aha! What did that do? Oh, it removed something. So that's 6, 3, 12, 9 that we just got there. 6, 3, 12, 9. Ah! Okay. So it was in reverse. Yeah, it was anti-clockwise. Okay, cool. So that was the logic behind it. I'm guessing we would have got something at some point to tell us it was in reverse. Maybe if we fix the clock we could find that out, but anyway. We brute forced our puzzle. Hello. The inevitable is busy with its task. It is not paying any attention to you. Alright, I'm going to leave. Alright, I'm going to loot. Phylactery of negative channeling. Okay, interesting. Now we'll just position ourselves again. Quick save. Let's talk to this. See what the inevitable is doing. The inevitable's metal fingers are flitting above the buttons of the panel. Sometimes they pause as if straining to hear a distant sound before resuming their rapid movement. Who are you? Verbal exchange initiated. Greetings. It doesn't look like the inevitable is going to turn and face you. My designation is Urdareth. I am an inevitable under the control of Val Malos, the primordial inevitable. What are you doing? My primary objective is to administer control over the Threshold World Simulation. Ooh, okay, we're getting somewhere. In order to maintain the safe existence of the excess persona. My secondary objective is to obstruct the way to the keystone, resorting to violence if necessary. Interesting. So, primary objective is to control the Threshold World Simulation, so obviously we were in a simulation. To maintain the safe existence of the excess persona. That would be us. So they've kept us in a simulation to keep us safe? Kind of seemed like we were being attacked, though. But then his secondary objective is to obstruct the way to the keystone, resorting to violence if necessary. So that explains why we're being attacked by demons and axiomites. They're not working together. They're both this guy summoning things to block our path. Okay. So, but it does say safe existence of the excess persona. That's what's intriguing here. So he's trying to keep us safe, but he's resorting to violence to stop us from reaching the keystone. That's interesting. Completion of the primary objective is under threat. Numerous sections of the world have been attacked by anomalies. Oh, so he does not control the anomalies. Okay. Interesting. So he's trying to keep our existence safe and obstruct the way to the keystone with violence, but not the anomalies. So he's in charge of the axiomites who are attacking us, potentially. Okay. You cannot stay here. Please return to the simulation. I can say I am the excess persona. I, the excess persona, must reach the keystone, let me through. Or, I'm assuming control. I am countermanding your previous instructions. New order, abandon your post. Yeah, okay. I'm an Aeon. But actually, you know what? Let's do this first. Why did they call me the excess? Information unavailable. Advice. Contact Val Malos, the primordial inevitable. What's the keystone? The keystone is the nexus of this world's functional capabilities. It is maintaining the world's logic and serves as the lock barring the exit from this world. Okay, so the end of the DLC. I'm assuming control. I'm countermanding your previous instructions. New order, abandon your post. New administrator, Aeon, excess. New instructions received. Executing the order immediately. Did he just give us his arm? That's what that looks like. Just a random pair of gloves. Gloves of entropy. Gloves grant their wearer a +4 to CMD against disarm attempts. If they have weapon training, it gives them a +4 to that with that as well. These gloves also make any weapons wielded by the wearer anarchic, so they get extra damage against lawful creatures. Huh. And then we're at another one of these, which we can't use. Okay, interesting. So, I believe we figured out everything we need to figure out here. We have nothing for the ABC puzzle. So, what I think we need to do is head back to that other path that we made. We do have a few extra clues now, though, about what's going on. Okay. So, the anomalies are caused by these creatures, right? We can pretty much say that, one-to-one. These creatures are either attracted by anomalies, or they are the cause of anomalies, right? Because they're around every anomaly that we see. So that's fine. Axiomites were being controlled by that dude. Or by many of that dude, right? So we know where the Axiomites are coming from. We know where the anomalies are, or we know something about the anomalies. We don't necessarily know what they're coming from. We had assumed that the anomalies are probably being created by these, right? By this sort of thing. Because we've seen them created. But it could be that it's whatever the voice we're hearing. Like, maybe it's creating the anomalies using these things. Okay, and we're all in a and most of the time we're in the threshold simulation, which is a simulation being controlled by a keystone, which is, well, yeah, the keystone will be held here. This is kind of like the back end of the simulation, which is why it's got so many bits being created in it. Okay, that all kind of lines up to some level of logic, which you'd be happy with. Level of logic is good. Okay, quick save. So we're kind of in the middle of nowhere right now. This one will head up here. And carrying along the platform. Still don't see anything new. So far there's like no puzzle here. This looks like somewhere we're going to fight though. Let's head up there. I am correct. We are going to fight one of these. Ooh, there's some other stuff in here. Okay. Interesting. Shoot him.
I will resist. We are the light.
That's some good damage. They're behind what looks to be a much bigger machine than the other machines. Could this be what's controlling the simulation? Potentially. Do our buffs here and then discharge him. That's a lot of enemies. Distorting. There's a couple of distorting at the back. Okay, cool. You're going to charge in at this one. Nice. I'm just going to walk Ember forward as far as possible, as I want to use Storm Bolts when we get in there. You can also attack this one. Again, I think our move here is just to walk you to the side. I might use Tsunami on him, if I can clear enough space on that side. Charge. I can get you in a little bit here. Yep, that's fine. It's now our turn. A on bait. And then attack.
Forward.
Good damage. Right, move a little bit forward. Shoot it. Okay, they're coming in at Ember, maybe? Oh, at Areelu. I see. This is fine. I'm gonna get you to kill this one. That was some good damage. Take a little step forward. Storm bolts. Just hits a ton of enemies, which is my main logic for using it. Then we'll use chain lightning on that one. Cool. It doesn't look like we've done a ton, but we've kind of taken the top off a lot of their health bars. Invisibility, can't move, you're stunned. Right, kill it. Oh, and we can kill this one. Wonderful. They're all flying in. Aaron, your chance to use Tsunami has kind of gone because there's nobody here. We could potentially try and knock that one over, though, if we wanted to. Nah, we're also going to straight up just hit Ember, so... Step forward. We didn't really get hurt that much, but we'll do a little heal anyway. Keep ourselves topped up. Dino, this one. Okay. Then you're going to go invisible and hide. Seela, that one.
Light. Take you.
This one. Yeah, that seems good. Areelu, mark the one in front of you, shoot it.
Yourself.
That's some good damage. She is going to be hit quite a lot, but that's okay. She got some minus strength as well. I need to check that we don't have any more minus abilities. I forgot to do that when we did buffing off camera. Could do Storm Bolts again. It doesn't seem like it's the most effective thing against these guys. Let's just shoot one of these. Okay, cool. It's very useful against the hordes that these guys can potentially summon, but not very useful against like the originals. Okay. Yeah, that's a reasonable amount of stats down. Although, I think actually whenever we use this... Yeah, okay, so when we're using Heal Mass, that's probably removing the stat down, so that's why I don't notice them. Okay. Dino, attack. Nice, you did some damage. Seela. Okay, that's fine. Attack this one. Mark again. Shoot.
Desna, guide my hand.
Didn't quite get it, unfortunately, which means that we did get hit. Twice. He's in last stand. Yeah, unfortunately. I was trying to move just a little bit further in. Alright, attack this one.
Why not?
Yeah, I think if we could have moved in, that would have been good because we would have been able to attack both, but I'm happy just killing one at this point. Right. Maybe a little Hellfire Ray. Go a little bit stronger in this one. Okay, good. You're unstunned, but also visible. Almost killed it. Again, didn't quite kill it, but it doesn't matter too much this time because Areelu is, yeah, in last stand.
Out of my sight.
Attack the one in front of you. Good damage. Okay, kill it. Nice. Next up, your job is going to be to hit this one. Oh, there's another one in the corner. Interesting. Move forward. Quite a lot. Mark, shoot.
Disappear.
Nice crit.
Please, help me.
Okay, she's still in last stand, so that's okay. We want to heal her this turn.
This spell's faulty. No, really.
Trying to use charge, but it won't let us.
Distract them
Alright,
for
just
me.
run forward. Ember? Maybe Hellfire Ray? There we go. Very good damage. It gets a turn, attacks Woljif. Horse, attack it. That one gets a turn, tries to attack Areelu. This is probably a good turn to heal Areelu. Which also heals her, yeah. Heals all of that ability damage. That's good. Right. Dinosaur. This one was stunned. Attack.
Into the fray.
Attack the next one. Just to make sure its buffs are gone as well. And then just start shooting. Cool. You get over here and stab. Ember. Hellfire Ray. Very good damage. Attack. That's okay. Woljif, just don't die.
Tactical retreat.
Well, he's in last stand, which is not really ideal. Shoot.
I will see to your demise.
Kill. Or don't, I guess. Tsunami's annoying, but not really life-altering for us. Get over here.
Take you.
Attack. Mark it, shoot it. Didn't quite get it. That's fine. We're immune to energy drain. Walk a little bit further in. Get all of them with this. Yeah, I knew we would get 2. Wonderful. Over here. Shoot it.
And grace.
Dinosaur over here. Sela.
No glory
And us. And shoot it.
I will resist.
Right. Paying no heed to the danger, driven only by the desire to uncover the truth, the Excess explores the other side of Threshold. There she meets the Proteans. Proteans are an inscrutable species of outsiders born from and embodying the primordial chaos of the Maelstrom. I'm assuming these guys. But what does the Excess know of Proteans? Can she tell what the Proteans are doing here? You recall that Proteans are snake-like creatures, the primordial inhabitants of the Maelstrom, the plane of absolute chaos. Their actions defy logic. They are creatures of absolute chaos. Their actions cannot be explained. Is there any logic to the Proteans? Is there any logic to creatures that defy logic? The voice is overtaken by a fit of laughter that cuts off as quickly as it begins. Can a creature defy logic, but do something that has a logical explanation? But what if the Proteans are not banging their heads against the stone walls of this cursed place for no reason? This is what the Excess ponders as she examines the keystone, which the Proteans so eagerly smashed with their skulls. Perhaps the Excess takes a run-up and bashes her head on the keystone in this room. Perhaps if the Excess takes a run-up and bashes her head on the keystone in this room, she will discover some secret knowledge, a truth that explains everything? What? Are you seriously telling me to bang my head against a rock? The voice only laughs in response. Wield my mythic power against the keystone? I have a better idea. I'm an Aeon. I don't need to do your, puzzle. Did Woljif just die? It sounded like Woljif's death sound. The room shakes from the impact. The keystone explodes into tiny fragments as though it had been struck by an invisible hammer. The vibration spreads to the floor and walls. You see cracks already beginning to snake across them. Woljif, don't be dead. Oh no. Well, I'm happy we got everything, I'm guessing, from the other world. Apart from the ABC. Okay. What's going on here? Obviously some cracks in existence are appearing. Okay. So these appear to be devils, mostly? So maybe these are people from hell? They like things to be lawful as well and ordered, so maybe they're coming to just fix what we couldn't. We're back in Threshold. We're back at the exact same point, except at the other side of the fog wall. We also had no animations for walking. I don't know what's happening.
Long and thorny has been the excess's path, but still it has led her to Silmeshnik.
Now is the time to prostrate yourself in a show of servility.
Who are you? Also, Woljif? Woljif, you okay? I can't help but notice a distinct lack of Woljif. Okay.
Do you understand what you have just seen?
Does the excess understand? Does her mind even have the capacity to understand?
Who are you? What are you?
We are Silmeshnik.
Primordial Proteans. But don't you know that it is rude to answer a question with a question?
We asked you first.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
This world is not the Golarion you have come to know so well.
This is just a simulacrum of Golarion on Axis. So thoughtfully created by Valmalos, just for you.
This is an atemporal prison for dangerous criminals who have flouted the laws of sorcery, and it is also a repository
of magical artifacts whose mere existence could tear apart the universe.
Uh-huh.
You are one such artifact.
You are the excess mythic power that Valmalos extracted from the commander of the 5th Crusade just before her decisive battle in Threshold.
You are an artificial creation. A magical golem.
Living the life of another.
Oh, so we are also fake, just like Erebeth. I see.
Dig around in that person's memories, Excess. Do you remember the Grey Garrison?
Do you recall the power that gripped the then-future commander? And where that power went after? It waned and vanished, dissipating like mist before the dawn.
Old Valmalos took it from the commander at Threshold.
Plucked it right out of time so that even the memory of its existence ceased to exist. Why so quiet, Excess?
Has our revelation shocked you that much? Lose your mind if you wish, but don't even think of dying from shock. I need you alive.
I believe it. I believe this creature. 100%. I mean, we saw it with Erebeth. We saw many other creatures that have had the exact same thing happen to them. We saw it with the storyteller, we think. Yeah. I think absolutely nothing here is real. It's all just Valmalos. Yeah. Alright. I sensed that something wasn't quite right.
How does it feel, Excess? How does it feel to find out that you're an artificial creation?
No need to answer. Your silence tells me all I wish to know.
What do your companions make of this?
After all, they are an extension of your power.
Entities born of the magic and memories of the commander.
I want to say that the snake is lying to us, but I can't do it. I don't sense any particular evil from them. Does that mean all this is true? Oh, Sela, you idiot. What have you gotten yourself mixed up in this time?
I do hate to break up a party, but this one has dragged on too long, even for me. We ought to pay our host Valmalos a friendly visit.
We'll get to where you are in a second.
How is this possible? But I haven't changed at all. I breathe, I live, I feel.
You know what it might be? They might have only designed this for 6 companions, and because we have 8, it's caused a little bit of an issue because we have the dinosaur and the horse.
I didn't understand anything you just said. How am I not myself? But I don't need to understand it. I trust you. You won't do anything bad to me.
Ask your questions, Excess.
Let's chat a while. It has been so long since we last talked to anyone. Our Protean servants aren't the best conversationalists.
I do feel like we missed out on Woldriff having an existential crisis, but I guess that's the punishment we will have for letting him die. Explain to me again how I became this excess. Don't skip over any details.
Volmalos is a primordial inevitable.
The Guardian of Magic, a mechanical eon created by the Axiomites of Access.
He only interferes in mortals' affairs when there is a magical threat against the world order.
And remarkably dull work it is, too. When the Commander acquired mythic power in the Grey Garrison, old Volmalos began quaking in his boots.
And as the Commander developed her power, Volmalos's fear turned to outright panic. Just before the decisive battle between the Commander and Areelu Vorlesh, Volmalos finally decided to intervene.
He carved up the Commander's mythic power into the sanctioned portion and the excess. The former set off to face Areelu.
But the latter, the second, ended up here, embodied in the form of a magical golem along with its
companions, who are essentially an extension of itself.
Are you angry, Excess? We would be angry in your position.
We would want to launch ourselves at Volmalos, rip his glowing heart from his chest, and squeeze it in our fist until it was extinguished.
Okay, so that means that Volmalos weakened the Commander right before the final battle.
That is precisely what it means.
The cheek of him.
How do you know so much about me?
This world is yours, created for you by Access, from your false memories.
We have had time to study you. You might even say that we are your best friends now.
Yeah, sure. I am an Aeon. Why are you helping me? Aren't Proteans the enemies of Aeons?
You are not a true Aeon. You are merely the power of one.
You are a weapon that Volmalos tried to hide from the universe. But we have found you, and we plan to drive you through his heart.
Alright, sidebar. Major spoilers for the end of the Aeon route. Okay? So, the end of the Aeon route, you can close up a paradox, right? By basically making it so that nothing in the game happened. If you did this, how does that link up with this DLC? How does an atemporal prison work with a paradox, which means that something that had existed no longer ever existed? It's an interesting question. I suspect there is no answer. But it's like, if we never existed to be an Aeon, then how are we here because we needed to reach threshold? But because this is atemporal, therefore we're out of time. Therefore, at some point, we were moved out of time. So, does this... It's probably just timey-wimey stuff. Like, time is not a straight line, but time is actually... Anyway, we're getting too far into it, but I'm still like... There's some interesting questions that I assume the game will not go into whatsoever. But, that's fine. Right, back to the game. What do you want to know from me?
We want to help you get out of here, to restore cosmic justice.
This is no way to treat living creatures, is it? Stealing their mythic power? Volmalos should be punished.
Your fate does not worry us, Excess.
Simply reach the door leading out of this prison, break it down, and go wherever you please. And we will be straight through that door after you.
Okay. Another question. If we escape the prison, let's assume that we didn't go down the paradox of never existing. If we escape the prison, then there will be two commanders. Will we, as mythic power, go back to the commander of the 5th Crusade, or will we then become a separate entity? So there will be two mythically powered commanders of the 5th Crusade out there. Then, on top of that question, you get into kind of an ethical one, in that if one of the commanders of the 5th Crusade sacrificed themselves to stop Areelu Vorlesh, then the other one is still there, who is the exact same with all the exact same memories, but was not the original. So, interesting.
The keystone of the prison has been smashed to pieces.
Yeah, it was me.
This little world has cracked, and all it needs is one good gust of wind to bring it all tumbling down.
You saw it yourself. Your mythic allies have appeared in the false threshold, even those the commander never met in her timeline. Help topple this world, Excess.
Talk to the creatures from your false memory. Pile even more paradoxes on top of their useless existence.
Break them, so that the world begins to consider them anomalies.
We dispatched our Protean servants to seek out the other keystones of this world.
I instructed them to destroy the stones to disrupt the Order of Axis. But it seems our servants are not strong enough.
You must find the stones and destroy them. I will teach you how to see them.
Oh. So all of the ones that we killed were their servants. I see. What did you do to me?
We gave you our gift, of course.
Now you see what Proteans see. You can detect anomalies and find the keystones that hold this world together. You will like our gift.
Will the Proteans see me as an ally now?
Unlikely.
Proteans do not recognize alliances with other life forms. They rarely get along even with their own kind.
We are a pleasant exception.
How did you end up in this prison?
Valmalos, that useless mound of metal, captured us in a moment of weakness decades ago.
We despise him so. We will claw at his face. We will tear at him until he loses that air of arrogance.
Why not hate him together?
We are captives in this prison just like you, Exace. Our cage is right next to yours.
We cannot escape to the outside, but we were able to enter your world.
Now we are tearing it apart, populating it with anomalies and creating paradoxes, so that you can get out and open the way for us as well.
Why do you need my help? Why can't you escape on your own?
Do you think we haven't tried? What do you think we've been doing all these years, Excess?
We haven't even managed to find a keystone in our prison. The arrival of your world next to ours is the chance we've long been waiting for.
Excuse me, Primordial Protean, minor correction. You just said, what do you think we've been doing all these years? You just told me that we were in an atemporal prison, therefore there is no time, therefore you haven't been here years. In fact, you've been here never. If that makes sense. Anyway, what will happen to me once I leave this prison?
You will return to Threshold, to the moment when Valmalos divided you and the commander.
You will merge with her mythic power and cease to exist.
Isn't that what you want? But perhaps you do not want to cease to exist.
You may have been created by magic, but you are a living thing. You feel the cold. You feel hunger. You feel pain when you're wounded.
We have the power to help you, Excess. We can see to it that when you rejoin the commander...
Your consciousness will replace hers. No one will notice the switch. Open the way out of Threshold and we will do this for you.
Now what's interesting here is that we have to escape the prison, right? This is something... The game has told us right here with these two options, your only option going forward is to escape the prison. There isn't the option to refuse and fight this thing, right? You can either accept getting out of the prison without their help or with their help. With that in mind, I'm going to accept their help because I'm going to take a different role than the one that we took in the main campaign. In the main campaign, we basically just went, I'm an Aeon, we're following the Aeon path. We could still do that if there were options here, but I don't see a reason for us to be like, hey, we're going to cease to exist as our first option here. Maybe we just say, okay, priority number 1, continue to exist. Priority number 2, be an Aeon. Let's go with that. I'll accept your help.
We don't care how you break out of here, Excess. But when you escape and break down that door to Golarion,
we won't be far behind.
Oh, never mind. We can totally fight this thing. I might fight it. I want to know more about you.
We will satisfy your curiosity.
Ooh. Who are you?
We are primordial Proteans, demigods of the Maelstrom, a plane on the edge of the universe.
You could say that our power is comparable to that of the demon lords.
We are Silmeshnik, the colorless lord, chaos, freedom, fate, paradox. These are our spheres of interest.
We are welcome in the halls of Pharasma, and the Lady of Graves heeds our counsel when passing judgment on the souls of the dead.
Oh, really?
Are you mesmerized by our success?
You speak in different voices, sometimes male, sometimes female.
Why choose a single gender when we can be one?
Or the other, whenever we please. Consistency is boring.
Tell me about the Maelstrom.
It is chaos, in its purest, most uncontrolled form.
It is the ocean that washes against the shores of the other planes. It is infinite possibilities.
It is both a cradle of creation
and a force of entropy.
The Maelstrom is my home. It is the womb that once gave birth to me. Just imagine. Imagine living inside the womb that gave birth to you. It will also become my tomb.
Oh, tell me about Axis.
Axis is nothing but rules and laws that stifle
free will. It is order that exists only for its own sake.
It is an immovable rock blocking the path to inspiration. Axis is my enemy and my prison. I will claw at its walls, grind them to dust, to dirt, to ash, and will wipe it out of existence.
Or it will do the same to me.
I've heard enough.
It has been a pleasure to speak common with someone.
Okay, so change of plan here. I'm going to choose option number 4. We're going to go back to priority number 1 as being Aeon. Now, I kind of think that this might end the DLC. Right? If you do this fight. If it does, what we might do is we might come back and choose the other option. Because I'm kind of interested in seeing what that other option is. Anyway, we're going to go for You Deserve Death.
We're simply wasting our time with you.
Oh. It disappeared. Well, now I don't know what to think. Okay. Well, now I just feel bad. Now I don't even know what option we chose, really. So we get a new ring. The Unveiler. This Ring of Protection +7 grants its wearer a +10 bonus on saving throws against illusion school spells. Also grants a +2 insight bonus to AC against anomalies. That's pretty good. Talking about pretty good. Hey, you want to be brought back to life? There we go. This one, I think. Wait, why did that fail? Did I choose the wrong thing? Why can I not bring him back to life? It just fails. Alright. There we go. Did that move Darren? It did move Darren. Maybe Darren was out of range and it's trying to use him to cast the spell. That's possible. I have another backup plan. It's cause he's out of range, right? Or he's in a different zone. You know what? If we move zone, I bet Woljif reappears. Yeah. One thing I'm going to do first, though. Let's save here. I'm going to head back to this quick save here. And we're going to create a proper save at this quick save. So we can come back and do the other choice if we want to. If it really was a choice or not. I suspect it probably wasn't, looking at how things have gone. But yeah. Let's create a proper save here, just in case we want to come back to it. Right. Or, alternatively, in case, you know, Woljif is permanently dead. In that case, we would also want to come back and redo the fight. But, anyway. Let's go through here. Oh, because I just reloaded. This is a great time to try out a little, res on him. Just in case. Nope. Just fails immediately. Okay. Imprisonment begins in one's mind, Baphomet. What a great quote for where we're coming out to here. They're all randomized, but it's still great.
Access detected. Verbal exchange has been initiated and will be recorded in my memory.
The big snake outside Threshold had many interesting things to tell me.
That information is already known to me. Creatures of chaos cannot be trusted. You should trust creatures of order.
Okay.
I am a primordial inevitable. I am the guardian of magic. My task is to monitor instances of dangerous, experimental, unsanctioned magic, and to neutralize them if they pose a threat to the integrity of the world. The magical experiment of Areelu Vorlesh, which endowed the commander of the 5th Crusade with mythic power, has exceeded the limits of safety. A battle between the experimenter and her subject threatened to create a cataclysm even greater than the Worldwound. The problem required immediate resolution. The extermination of the commander was deemed impermissible. Axis approves of her struggle against the Worldwound, regardless of her motivations. An alternative decision was made, to weaken the commander to a safe level. The excess power was isolated and placed in a secure artifact repository. One factor was not accounted for, Someshnik. They managed to disrupt the stasis of the excess's world, fill it with anomalies, and warp the logic of its inhabitants. Warning, secure contents under threat. The repository is under attack from Someshnik's anomalies. Request, the excess should help protect the repository. Reinforcement of the minor keystones and eradication of anomalies from the artificial creatures inhabiting this world will contribute toward this goal.
Okay. You lied to me.
Your assertion is false. Inevitables are creatures of order and its guardians. Deception is not one of our functions. Listen to the record of our previous verbal exchange. This world is under threat. Anomalies are destroying its integrity. The danger is critical. Assistance is required. The term, this world, should be understood to mean my repository on Access. Listen further. The confluence of mythic, semi-divine, and divine powers in one place on Golarion risks destabilizing the very fabric of the material plane. The power of the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade must be contained to prevent catastrophic consequences. As you see, I spoke only the truth to you. I bear no responsibility for your erroneous conclusions.
Does anybody else here feel like an idiot?
Aren't you upset that I broke your inevitables and destroyed your keystone?
Their loss is not critical to the functioning of my repository.
I'm an Aeon, or at least I have some of an Aeon's power. How can you and Inevitable stand against me?
Forgive me, Creator. My actions are guided by the laws of the Eons and will bring about the stabilization of the cosmos. I am blameless before the Eons' gaze.
Why should I help you?
I see that restoring order to the world is insufficient motivation for you. I propose we agree to the following terms. You help me to keep my repository intact, and I will return the excised part of the Commander's power to her.
Didn't you say that could have cataclysmic consequences?
You Excess, will continue to exist in my repository until the end of time. You will be permitted access to the other side of the repository, and will be able to create your own world as you desire.
Wait, didn't you say that restoring the commander's power would be dangerous for the world?
For reasons of precaution and risk mitigation, when I extracted the mythic power, I isolated more than the minimum amount required, in line with standard inevitable safety protocols.
I have a lot of questions for you.
Ask your questions. My answers will always be truthful.
Great question. Why did you take the commander's power but not Areelu Vorlesh's?
The commander's mythic power exceeded that of Areelu Vorlesh.
You cannot help but notice that Valmalos has not answered your question. Why do you think inevitables think they have... Why do inevitables think they have the right to interfere in other people's lives?
That is my function. That is how the Axiomites made me. As a result of my actions, the universe is safe.
What is this world?
This world is a repository of dangerous magical objects created in the plane of Axis. It exists outside of time, and time does not exist within it. Each extracted object exists in the time in which it was extracted. I am the custodian of this repository. This section of the repository was created especially for you, Excess. The surroundings and inhabitants of this world were drawn from the memory of the commander of the 5th Crusade.
I gotta say, I just love that you decided that the place to leave us for all of time was in a wasteland covered in blood rain. Just fantastic decision.
This section would have remained in stasis without Someshnik's incursion. Their influence has disrupted the functioning of this world, introducing an undesirable dynamic.
Oh, I guess if it was in stasis, then there's no issue, because, like, you know, nobody would have known anything was happening. Okay.
If not for Someshnik's interference, you would have remained forever in the version of Threshold created just for you, Access, fixed in place and free of any harmful desires, able to enjoy the eternal harmony of stasis.
Is Silameshnik starting to grow on anyone else, or is it just me?
You're a bad influence, Darren. What else do you keep here apart from me?
Artifacts capable of destroying the world. Chaotic creatures capable of destroying the world. Instances of excess mythic power capable of destroying the world.
Answer me directly, yes or no. Is Areelu's excess mythic power also in your repository?
Yes. The exact location of Areelu Vorlesh's excess is classified.
I assume we're going to find that at some point. Tell me about Sishimelik.
Enemy. Threat level critical. A primordial protean. They sow chaos wherever they appear. They destroy planes, expanding the borders of the Maelstrom at their expense. Someshnik was defeated and locked in the repository for all eternity.
Silmeshnik. Try and remember that one. You've answered all my questions.
Confirmed.
This is an interesting one. I'm kind of interested in helping both sides. I think we're going to help Valmalos right now. If the ending is interesting enough, we might come back and try the other side. But yeah, I'll help you.
Your ascent is confirmed. Agreement concluded. Protect this world from destruction, and then go to the repository exit leading to Threshold. New task. Defend the repository exit against Someshnik.
Now, important next question. Can we bring you back to life? If we can't, then we have to reload. There's no way to res him. He is forever dead. What if... Alright. We're gonna save. What if I rest? Does it bring him back? Because it should teleport him here.
Why don't Valmalos and Silameshnik like each other? They've hurt each other so much, and there was no reason for it.
There's actually a voice line?
Why do people always act like this?
That's kind of cool. That there's some, like, party banter now. Now, that should have teleported his location to next to us. Right? What?
This thing refuses to cooperate. This thing refuses to cooperate.
Target is not dead. He's been petrified. That's the reason why. He's been petrified first. Okay, so how, do we have an unpetrify somewhere? Where's unpetrify? Somebody must have that. I've never used remove anything, basically, so excuse me a second while I find it. Does this remove petrify? No. Maybe. No. Okay. Where is... Remove blindness. So be past that. Remove fear. Remove paralysis. How do you remove petrification? I'm sure we have an ability to do it. I just don't know what that ability is. I don't know. Now I'm just like, gotta try everything. One of these must be the right scroll. We have so many scrolls. One of these must be the right scroll. The question is which one? Okay. Do we have a remove paralysis potion? Potion of Shield of Faith. Stone Skin. True Seeing. Vanish. Restoration. Restoration doesn't remove petrify, right? Again, does not remove it. Okay. We have so many potions. One of these must do something. Remove fear. Remove fear. Remove maybe it is paralysis? No.
Missed me already.
Do we have one that's like remove every negative effect? Because I think we have that. Restoration greater, destruction, black hole, banishment. He might just be screwed. You might have to reload. Maybe it's dispel magic? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, give me a second. Zero state would probably do it if we knew where he was. How about this?
I can't cast it like that.
Okay, you can't cast it like that. Right. I'm on Google. How to remove petrification, and then it's Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, as it pops up every other game that has petrification in it. Stone to Flesh. Okay, Stone to Flesh is the name of the scroll I'm looking for. Why would you call it remove petrification? I don't know. Don't know why you wouldn't call it remove petrification personally, but Stone to Flesh. Stone to Flesh. Stone Fist. Stunning Barrier. Do I not have Stone to Flesh? Is that what you're telling me? This would be a very unfortunate moment to find that out. I'm just doing this. So Potion of Stone to Flesh. Stone Skin. Again, don't have it. Alright. Unbreakable Heart. Tsunami. True Seeing. Summon. Summon. Stunning. Stone Fist. Yeah, okay, so we don't have Stone to Flesh. That's really not very good. So, does anybody... Right. So I assume we don't have it in our spell book. No. So we don't have it. And we don't have it in the Aeon spellbook either. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Anyone else have it as like a secondary ability? No, so you don't have it. Have I ever taken stone to flesh? That's a great question. Bet he probably has stone to flesh. You know what? If anybody has it, Nenio has it. We could probably bring in Nenio for like a last minute save here. This is a whole new challenge. So I assume you don't have stone to flesh. Because I wouldn't have taken it. Because there's no petrification that we've run into. You also do not have stone to flesh. Oh wait, you do! Level 6, stone to flesh. Aha! Stone to flesh. We did it!
Rules are made.
We brought him back. Oh, he hadn't rezzed yet. We brought him back. He's alive. Alright. That took a little bit of doing, but we have brought him back.
Don't mind me.
Luckily, I did take it on a singular character. Alright, well, what I think we're going to do is we're going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'm going to rebuff between episodes, although actually... looks like we might just need to buff Woljif. Yeah, so I'm going to buff Woljif between episodes, and then we're going to head out into the world to stop all the anomalies. Now, do we have a quest for this one? We have 2 quests. Inevitable Escape. It doesn't necessarily say you have to choose one of these, but I assume you do. So you have to eradicate anomalies that have infected the creatures of this world, or you must break a sufficient number of lesser keystones and facilitate the emergence of anomalies in the creatures of this world. So this is just walk around and kill things. Yeah. I think that's what we want to do. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.